Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I told you I was coming back. I always come back. I am Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Gray. And all of you that have subscribed to me, I thank you so very much. And the ones of you that have not subscribed, oh, you're going to subscribe today. Today we're going to be talking about being a YouTuber for 14 months. Believe me, is very new. We're going to talk about you getting yourself organized, the equipment you're going to need, even how you're going to dress for the day. I'm going to even show you a little bit of editing, just a little bit, okay? Not enough for you to learn. But come on, stay with me to the end of the video, and I know that you will learn something because I always, with YouTube, I learn something every day. So you know what I'm gonna say. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And here we go.
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain.
Okay, let's get this started. Well, you know what? First, we're going to talk about scheduling. That's a big one because I have been up, I know, 12, 14 hours, maybe even longer, working and learning all that I need to learn. And I have so much more things that I need to learn. But I know definitely setting yourself up a schedule, because if you do that, you will not burn out, because that's what's gonna happen if you do too much. So I'm gonna also share, like, I got a whiteboard, passion planner. This is my fave, passion planner. You can find it on passionplanner.com. It has a calendar where I can write a lot on the month, and then I have the weekly days, empty sheets in the back, which I like because you know you always want to squiggle something. I have also a pocket, which I use, and I like that it has the ribbon, so I can mark my days. And then if I want to completely close it. But yes, you're going to need a planner. I just started on the whiteboard, but I'm using the whiteboard because I can see that when I have that up on the wall. And make sure you have plenty of ink pens and pens. Also have a spot too in your house, and no one will interrupt you or you won't interrupt them. Sometimes it's hard in a family home. If you have children, add it on top. And also with animals, be careful, because Colin did break something expensive and I can only blame myself. So be very careful with your animals, because all these supplies that we get are made of plastic. So if they hit that floor, that's it. And we want to make sure too that we have a personal life. So I try my best. I have not figured it all out yet after 14 months, to take a break away even from the computer or sitting in the spot and try, you know, even if it's looking at TV or talk on the phone, make some time that you're not on YouTube 24 hours a day. When I get up in the morning, I used to be in my pajamas all day long. And I learned, if I come out of take my shower, brush my teeth, come out of my pajamas, put on my clothes, put on the basic makeup, and it just makes me feel so much better. And even when you schedule it, make sure you have an ending of the day. I have not figured that out. So you figure that out for me. When I talk about the equipment that you're going to need, I always like to talk about that, because you can start with a camera. Most people, even when they've done YouTube all the time, they still just use their camera on their phone. I mean, the cameras are great. Look at iPhone 14. I don't have that yet, but that camera is amazing. I have iPhone 11, 12. I have iPhone 12. Yeah, I got iPhone 12. And it is, you know, the cameras are amazing. But it's also nice to have, and I'm going to insert that, to a camera because sometimes you need two things going at once. You know, a lot of people, their funding is tight. If that's all the funds you have for a phone, then that's what you use. But I always say that if you can make your life easier, then also get a camera. And I got that. I'm going to insert that about my camera. And I also, the last thing I got was a gimbal. And that's stabilizing your phone. I'm also going to do an insert for that. I have the Sony ZV-1. I also have what I probably didn't really need to purchase is, in fact, I got it on backwards. It unscrews from the little stand. It's a little stand. And it has where I don't have to hit the camera. They have a photo button and they have a movie button. So if I want to take a video, I hit this button without touching my camera, so long as it's screwed onto here. And it has the photo if I want to take a picture. And they have a button that's called C1. It's a C1 button, and it blurs the background. So I don't have to touch my camera for anything. And they also have like a little lock button right down here, so you don't move your settings, which is neat because my fingers get to touching everything. But I don't use this at all. Very rarely. I've used it, but thank goodness I got it on sale because I think it runs about $150 normally. And then I have my Sony. Let me turn around. My Sony ZV-1 just opens up. And what I like to say, if I leave it on and say I close it and don't cut it off, it cuts itself off. Okay? Now, if I open it and I haven't cut it off, guess what? I love that. I usually turn it off, manually and turn it on. I love my little mirror. I can see myself. It'll look just like I'm looking into the little green dot that I'm looking into now. It's real lightweight. Have to be careful too. I say made of plastic. I haven't did anything to it. I purchased it from Best Buy. And I made sure I got the insurance on it for 3 years because these things are so delicate. I've had, even what my phone is on now, I had that for about a year, tripod, and it tore up. I probably need to write the company and see if they'll, replace it. This particular camera has a where you can blur the background. They call it the CV1. You can make everything closer or farther away. You can play around with that. Should go back. Underneath, we have the battery and the card. And they have one particular way to put it in. If you stick it in wrong, it's not going to fit in, which is nice when you first get it. After you've had it for a while, you kind of know. Now, I like this camera a lot. I don't have anything to compare with because it's my first camera. I would love to try another camera. If there's a creator out there that has a really good camera, let me know. I would definitely want to know because I want to try out a couple of cameras and see, because there's nothing wrong with having two cameras. I can definitely say that, but I love this. Sony, I'm just not sure about this. I think it would have been better if we just had a little clicker to cut it on and off, but I've used it. It's just, to me, just isn't that important. And the most important thing is having extra batteries, because this goes through batteries fast. So I have two batteries. What I did, when I bought this, I didn't have an extra battery. I didn't realize how fast it was going to run out. Another thing, to learn your setting, because one day you're going to hit your finger's going to hit something wrong and mess it all up. Believe me, I've done it too many times. But if you have a Sony ZV-1, I can direct you to this young lady that does TikTok, and she can get your settings straight in a minute. Also, this is my charger where I have my extra battery for my camera, and it only goes in one way. I like that. Everything goes in one way and you can't forget, and I just plug it in the wall. It don't take that long, but you're gonna need storage, yes. And also, I didn't talk about the adapter too. You're gonna need the adapter. Well, I know with my computer, with my MacBook, is you're gonna need an adapter to put your SD card in there, and then you're gonna hook it up to your computer, and then you're going to stick your card in, and then you upload. And if you want to take stuff off your computer, I also use this. But you're definitely going to need storage, camera, or your phone as a camera, extra charge batteries for this, your camera. Always make sure you keep that charged. Call it the gimbal. It's a stabilizer for the phone, and it just hooks up onto my telephone, on the back of the telephone. It just attaches, and this stabilizes your phone. You know how you won't have that shaking and stuff. It also has a tracker too, because they have this little stand. Now I like their stand, and it has a tracker on here that will follow you around, which I like. It stabilizes everything, and it'll shoot front, it'll shoot back, and when you move around, it is a great stabilizer. It's DJI is what I have, and I'll make sure I put that down below in the description tab. And it's still so much more for me to learn. It's just little things that help me a little more, and to help try to make my quality a little better. Tripods is another thing that I have 3. One is broken that my camera is sitting on now, but my 2 other tripods, I'm going to share that with you. I am here to show you my tripods. I have 3. One is holding my camera, and that's the broke one. Never get rid of anything that's broke, because you might use it later. Just want you to know. This is my tripod that I use the majority of the time. And also what's neat is I have an adapter for the phone, and that screws right on top of here. You just screw it off, and it can adapt to the phone also. All I do is just take and this screw and screw it right back on top, and it will hold the camera on the phone. And what's neat about this one is, well, first we'll take it up. There are so many adjustments. It can go way up if you need it. Let's pull this back. And I can unscrew this on the side, pull this up, and you can lean it over when you're cooking in the kitchen, or if you want an overhead shot. And if I want to adjust the legs, I just take and loosen the screw clockwise, tighten it, put that up, shorten it, and just keep going up. Once, if I want to take it back tall, I just take it counterclockwise, tighten it, and there we are. All the way where it needs to be. I'm 5'6", so it can go, this is tall. I know this is as tall as it gets. So I just like this one a lot because it's not that heavy. I could take it around the house a lot. So this one really comes in handy. I call this Big Daddy. This Big Daddy cane. It is heavy, heavy duty. However, I'd rather take this one out in the car if I go to a site. But I'm going to show you why I like this, because it's so fast. You just, it's this little lever, that little lever. I already had that one down. Just take it up. And if I want to let it back down, it's so easy, and snap it back. And that's why I like to take this one out. And also too, I was going to show, as I said earlier, just a little bit of editing, just a tad. Is something that you can't learn, but I just wanted to share that a little bit, and then I added a little music just to let you see. I love to edit. Love it. I do it on my computer. A lot of people do it on their telephones, and when I first became a creator, I did not know how to edit at all. So believe me, if you don't know, you can learn it. It will take a while. And YouTube have a lot of videos on that too, but let me just share this just a little bit, because this is going to be in the video that I'm going to do what you're watching now. Let me delete this. What I do is take a clip that I uploaded, and I just drag it down with my arrow, and then it comes up to the picture. And if you could see at this at the bottom, there's no lines, but you can see little squigglies all down there. That means up to this point, there's no sound. So this where I would take and hit like Command B, and I break it, because I'm not going to even use that. Okay? I just thought I'll share that a little bit, but let me go and do this. I am here to show you my tripods. And I have 3. One is holding, and I can make it big, because that'll kind of let me know how it really looks, where I need to cut it at. The door here.
Hello, friends. How are you? I want to make sure you can hear me because I bought.
I know what that is. God darn it.
So I'm hoping that some of the sound.
This happened, so we're gonna take her off, and then we're gonna go. But it happens, and that's a good thing. I'm glad it happened. There's somebody live that I'm going to, and I just play that. And also I can add music, and let's put transits, and I just take that, drag that down, okay, and then I just hit the play. I am here to show you my tripods. I have 3. I can take and lower the music. I go up here to sounds. And it's 100%. I can take it down. Let's say 20%. 25. Okay. I am here to show you my tripods. I have 3. And it's still too loud. But I just wanted to share just a little bit. Even with this one, I'm going to have to edit this. I've used this quite a bit. This one in my videos. That I use in so many videos. And if someone's been with me for a while, they'll always remember that. And my intro will always, most people will remember that. But I just wanted to share that. This is iMovie. And also remember too, you're going to need a backup for your computer, because it's going to take a lot of storage with all these clips that you're uploading and then you're saving in 4K. Just to let you know, you need to back up all your stuff. Epidemic Sound. Oh my goodness, I think I pay $140 something a year. I'm going to make sure I'm going to put it down in the description. If you love music, Epidemic Sounds is it. Epidemic Sounds have everything. Okay, let me see if I can play a song right now. I know I played it on my little clip I'm going to insert. Let's see. Let me do the one I like the best. Let me cut the sound down. I love that one. But that's from Epidemic Sounds. Phenomenal. About 140 something a year. Then also Canva. They have a free version that I use for a long time, okay? And it got my work done. Then they also have a pro. And I don't know exactly how much that is, but somebody gifted that to me. God bless them, God bless them, God bless them. That's all I can say. It took my thumbnails up a notch. And maybe because I just got better, but yeah, I love Canva Pro. You want to look into that, but they do give you a trial for 30 days. I didn't get the trial. Somebody just gifted it to me, and I will always be grateful for that. Also, too, I like to talk about one particular YouTuber that really helped me, but Catherine Manning, she took me to another level. Well, you should check her out. I'm going to have her down in the description. She talks. She will even show you inside the YouTube studios. And I'm telling you, learn the YouTube studio. That's one thing I'm going to say. Don't pass it by. And how are you going to know if you're getting better if you're not really looking at something that's tracking you better than you? I used to hate to look at it, but I'm telling you, I had been doing this for about a year, and I noticed my viewership had dropped off. And then what I did, I went back and looked at my old videos that was doing really well. So then I had to go back to the beginning to move forward. So if you see your views falling off, and at some point, maybe in the past, you were doing something differently, you were getting more views. Say if they say they were watching your video for 5 minutes, and then you could see where it dropped off, and then you could maybe improve that spot, okay, and then carry it on. But yeah, don't forget the YouTube studios. Being a YouTube creator, I love to talk about this. A person that really helped me with this was Healthy G Mom. You need 1,000 subscribers to become monetized. You need 4,000 watch hours. Now getting 4,000 watch hours, that's a booger. Okay, unless you got a lot of people really watching your videos. And most of us that start out new, we're not going to have thousands and thousands watching our videos. So you're going to have to find a way to really help get those watch hours going very early in the game. And I'm so glad I listened to her, because most people at the end, they have the 1,000 subscribers, but they don't have the watch hours. Then they have to scramble for the watch hours. But just think, if you thought about that before, and then you get your 1,000 people, guess what? You're not going to have to scramble for that 4,000 watch hours. So make a note of that. I am going to work on my watch hours. How you can even help yourself is set you up playlists where you can put 10, 20 videos, how many you want in there. And if you go to my page where my playlists are, I have them set up at 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. That's because if you make it too long, people aren't going to want to run your playlist. But run as many playlists as you can, because that's going to help you. You're going to need help. You're going to need help. I always say, start out slow, build a foundation, and they will come. You're going to get that 1,000 subscribers, okay? You're definitely going to get that. But those watch hours, you're going to need some help. Networking. That is one of the greatest things you're going to do. I didn't even know anything about networking until I became a YouTube creator. There is a life in behind YouTube, people. I'm telling you, there's another whole world in behind YouTube with the creators. But we need each other. This is another important hint I like to put out there. It's when you do lives, you're going to need moderators. And moderators are, I always say, they protect you. Or they drop links, and those links are other creator channels. You want to pick very well, because when you make somebody a moderator, you are giving them a key to open up your channel. And say if that moderator gets upset with you and they are a little dirty, they could really mess your channel up. And I know of people that it has been done to. So just be very careful of moderation. You don't need a whole lot. And another thing is, ask them before you make them a moderator. Oh, another tip too. I try to remember all my tips. I used to have cold coffee all the time. I got me a coffee warmer. And if you can get two, because in different parts of the house, I'm back here, I'm in the other part of the room, get your coffee warmer, because you'll always have cold coffee. I think that's about it. Nick Nimitz. I'm going to put him down there too in the description tab, because he's great. He knows everything. You go to his page, he knows everything new. And if you get people to come to your channel just for that 1,000 number and they don't watch, it's not going to do any good if you're monetized. But remember this, yes, you're going to need help on those 4,000 watch hours. But if you start out slow, build that foundation, that 1,000 will come. And then you'll have your 4,000 watch hours, and then you'll be ready to make money on YouTube. But again, I am Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Grey. You come on back, and I will see you, because you know I am consistent, and you know what I'm going to say. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And here we go.
I have love. some time.